close this, refresh this, redirecting. And it appears that we are now live. How's it going, guys? Greetings from Jacksonville, Florida. We have here David Vega in Chicago and Mike Allton in St. Louis. Isn't that right?
That's right. That's right. I thought I was just in Chicago on Sunday.
Oh,
passing through.
Oh, awesome. Now we have hot weather.
Cool. Yeah. So Mike is the brand evangelist at Agorapulse, which is one of our sponsors here at the Digital Tribe Summit, which is happening this social media day weekend, this Saturday and Sunday coming up. And David happens to be the CEO and founder of Tridence, another one of our sponsors. They're a marketing agency with offices in Chicago and here in Ponte Vedra in Florida. How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Well,
glad to be a part of this.
Oh, yes. So exciting. So I got a chance of taking a sneak peek at your presentation there, Mike. Thank you so much. You're debunking 10 myths about social media. And man, I got to the first two and I'm like taking notes already.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things that they've been doing here at Agorapulse. We have an entire lab that goes out and tests theories and rumors and things that the so-called experts say about social media. Like, you should always use 3 hashtags in every tweet. Well, we test that. We test whether you should use emoji in tweets or, whether you should leave comments on Facebook ads. And we found some pretty interesting and some somewhat stunning conclusions a few times. So I walk folks through some of the more interesting experiments that we've run over the past 18 months.
Awesome. And I got a chance to catch up with Mike personally this time at the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference in St. Louis a few months ago. It seems that it was just a few weeks ago, but it's really a few months ago. And let me tell you, Mike's session was packed to the max. There were people sitting on the floor. There were people like leaning on the, on the door, trying to, look at what you have, what you had presenting. So I was starstruck there when I saw you and the rest of the 360-degree marketing squad.
Thank you. Well, that was the first for me. I've never had people laying on the floor around my stage while I spoke. It was a little awkward. And, Stephanie jokes that she opened the door to my presentation and some woman fell out of the room because it was packed in so much. But that was cool. And that's one of my favorite events. They do such a great job. That's put on by the University of Missouri, St. Louis. So it's a nonprofit event. And Agorapulse, we were proud to sponsor that one, which was super cool because all the money that we put into that conference goes back to the students in the form of scholarships.
Yeah.
So love being at that event, love supporting it.
Yes, that was one of the best organized conferences that I've been a part of. Yes. And David, I had a chance to catch up with David also after St. Louis. I came home for 10 days and then I flew to Chicago for a couple of days. David showed me a good time there, although I was there for less than 24 hours.
Well, we did capture a lot of the city vibe that we went around. So it was good to catch up. We had a great conference over at the River North Business Expo, talking about messenger automation and how that humanates with the brands and things of that element. So I think that was very successful, and especially Agorapulse, and I read a lot of your stuff as well. And same things that we do on our own testing, but not as extensive as yours. But it's always good to have third parties to be able to get down to the grind of what's true, what's not true, and what works and what doesn't work in a more of a high level of instances of what we do every day in and day out.
Yes.
And so I think it's wonderful having him on, and I look forward to listening to him speak.
Yes, that's right. And I got a chance to, visit Chicago, but also, know a little bit more about, the intricacies of, running a big agency like you guys. Fernando here is asking what made the conference so organized, and I bet he's referring to the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference. To answer that, Fernando, it struck me how communication between the organizers and the speakers were so on point, right? How they wanted us to have a certain follow a certain procedure, right? We had a speakers portal where we communicated with people, where our digital assets were uploaded, where, you know, our session format, where we had feedback from our audience being delivered through email. You know, it was just amazing. So thanks for asking, guys. If you have questions for these two gentlemen, although they presented pre-recorded presentations for the Digital Tribe Virtual Summit, feel free to either add them here, right? I just finished recording the session with David, who spoke about content distribution, and he shares some tips and systems that he uses. So feel free to plug your questions either on our videos here on Facebook or on the actual Digital Tribe Summit platform. So the URL is actually go.digitaltribesummit.com. And thank you guys for joining. I know that you have busy schedules, and but I was able to corral you guys from different locations in the world. I definitely, it was one of my goals here before the actual Social Media Day weekend. So thank you so much, guys, for your participation.
I'll see you in New York City tomorrow.
See you.
Awesome.
Soon. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, David. Take care now.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.